Video it, I'll show you.
Okay.
We'll explain the electrical system right here. Okay, so with this electrical system, it all starts with the batteries. It all starts with the batteries. So these batteries are in great shape. There's nothing loose, no sweat, no leaking acid out of these batteries. This bar that holds these on in place, if this was missing or loose, these bolts are both tight. If this was missing or loose, well then the batteries would jiggle and shake and bounce around and perhaps short out. So these cables are all nice and tight, no corrosion on them. They go to the starter to start this truck, to the alternator to keep these batteries charged, and to your light cluster and your gauges that you can drive. That's your electrical system.
Okay.
So if they ask you, and with these Peterbilts, it's so good that the battery box is right there. And it's nice and easy to take off. Those Kenworths and different ones, you got a...
Western Star where they're under the seat?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got a heck of a time, eh?
So on SGI, do I need to also remove the cover for that one and show it to her? Or?
Exactly what I just showed you.
Okay.
You ain't going to show her these batteries without taking the cover off, are you?
Or unless she will ask, or just automatic?
If she asks you to explain the electrical, do as I just showed
Okay.
you.
Okay.
No questions, do as I showed you.
But if she didn't ask, I will just also do that.
If she doesn't ask, all you're going to do is what she asks you.
Okay.
What she asks you.
Okay.
Just suppose they ask you, explain this fuel system. Explain the fuel system. Well, they're looking for two things, actually three. These straps that hold the tank on look to be in very good shape. They're not rusted or rotted, so the tank is not going to fall off. If it was, well, we'd place the truck out of service. That's a major. This fuel cap, it's on. If this wasn't here, well, that would be a minor. We could stick our cowboy boot in there. And I guess the third thing, right from the tank, right up to the engine, I don't see any fuel leaks. If there was a fuel leak, well, that would
That's
be
a major.
major.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the crossover line is good.
That's right. Crossover line from tank to tank is in great shape. So that's your fuel system.
Okay.
Just suppose they ask you, explain this tire. And they do this lots, explain this tire. Well, this tire, there's no cuts, no cracks in the tire. This rim is nice and round, not dented from a rock pile or a sidewalk. We've got 10 tight lug nuts. There's no hub leaks. It's stemmed and capped. And there's lots of tread on this tire.
Okay.
If the tread was wore right out, that'd be major. If there was big cuts or cracks in the sidewall, bubbles, any blemishes, that would be a major. So, and we'll check for debris in here.
On the middle.
No debris in here, and the inside tire, from what I can see, that looks to be in good shape as well. Over here, this tire is no debris in between. That looks in very good shape. No cuts, no cracks, lots of tread on the tire. If they ask you to explain this tire, same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. Sometimes they'll ask you explain every tire on this side. Well, you're saying the same thing 5 times. Or how many
So it's
tires
depend on them, eh?
Depend on, yeah. And then they'll ask you, a lot of times they'll ask you to explain the integrity of the trailer. So if they ask you to explain the integrity, I thought you were going to do this circle, not me.
Sorry, that's tomorrow.
Okay, so I'll show you the integrity of the trailer. So we're going to start at the start here. This reefer is bolted on in very good shape, not going to fall off. And the front of this trailer looks in good shape, no dents, no scrapes, no scratches, that's in good shape. The apron of this trailer looks to be very good. No rust, no holes, no rot, that looks in very good shape. Looking down the length of this trailer, I don't see any scrapes, no gouges, no poplar bushes. It looks in great shape. All the lights are on, top and bottom. We'll check here soon if they're going to work. So, all these I-beams look in good shape. This dolly's in good shape. Dolly's in good shape. My crank dollies. Coming under here, the cross beams for the landing gear is in good shape. Crank handle is in good shape. Looking down the length of this trailer, I don't see any, all those cross beams look to be in very good shape. They're not bowed, not sagged, not cracked, not broken. From what I can see, they all look in very good shape. This fuel tank is on here proper. These bands look to be in very good shape. Not rusted, not rotted. They're holding the weight of this fuel tank. The fuel cap is on, so there's no worries about that. These I-beams, as I said, all look in really good shape. They don't sound rusted. They don't sound rotted. These lines, this is our blue service, our red supply, and this is our electrical from the front. They're all hanging on springs, hanging there properly. Locking pins for the bogie slider in front and back. All these I-beams look to be in very good shape. Mud flap is on and hanging proper. These I-beams in very good shape. Which brings us to the back of the trailer. All these hinges and pins are in place. If one pin was missing, that would be a minor. If two were missing,
major.
that would be a major. Bumpers on there solid. Just a bit of a visual. I don't see any dents. Nobody's backed into a loading dock. Everything looks to be in great shape. These handles are very good shape. Looking inside this trailer, I don't see any holes in the roof. No holes in the sidewall. No holes in the floor that I can see, or that you can't see from the outside, right? And hinges closed, top and bottom. That's in very good shape. This license plate's bolted on there. I'll check in a minute if that light works. So that's all good. No dents on there. Looking down the length of this trailer, this side, don't see no scratches, no dents, no stop signs, no buildings. Very good shape. 50% or more of this is reflectorized. Did I tell you here that 100% of the back is supposed to be reflectorized? Up in the top corners, you've got your L reflectors, and you've got 100% of the back. Down the side, 50%. As you notice, I'm not checking the tires for air, because I'm just showing you the integrity of the trailer. If they ask you to show me the running gear, then you'd check tires.
So tires are running gear then.
Tires is your running gear. This is just the integrity.
Integrity.
The integrity of the trailer is just the condition of your box.
Okay.
Integrity. Okay.
These I-beams all look to be in good shape. No rust, no rot. Signals there. We'll check soon. If it works, crank handles in the locking place. Dolly pads in there. All this looks to be in good shape. These I-beams are good. This apron is in good shape. No rust, no rot, no holes. Looks to be in good shape. And at the front of this trailer, the reefer is bolted on proper. No dents in the front of that trailer. That looks to be in good shape. That is your integrity of the trailer.
Awesome.
And they'll ask you that lots, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've got our hammer, if they tell you check all the tires, well, that's why I got a good hammer here. So let's check tires. Yeah, those all feel good. No debris in between. Lots of wind there. Lots of wind there. No debris in between, no rocks, no sticks, no stones, no bird nests. And that brings us to this side here. Let's check here. Oh, wind in those tires. No debris, no sticks, no stones. So there's lots of wind in there, but if I wasn't too sure how much should be in there, I'd read the side of this tire. Every tire that's ever been made has it stamped how much air should be in there. If you kicked out with your cowboy boot, you got no idea.
Yeah.
Read the side of that tire.
Or even if you hit it with the hammer, and if you think it's
Yeah.
squishy or something.
And you know, if you check with your hammer all the time, you know what a full tire sounds like, and you know what a flat one sounds like.
Yeah, or low
a
even.
dull, a low one. You get to learn.
Yeah.
And I like this big hammer because this, you can mean business instead of a little claw.
Little, yeah.
And give it a control to it. I've seen guys, they get dranked and, yeah, take the sledgehammer, hit it as hard as
And
you
then bang
can,
their
and it
head.
comes back at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that too. Yeah. There we go. So there our tires are all good. Would we hit this steering tire here with a hammer?
No,
Why not?
because it's a single, and you can tell if it is
It's,
or
it's
is
a
not
visual.
low. Yeah.
It's a visual, just like your pickup truck.
Yeah.
You
can see.
don't hit that with
Yeah.
a hammer. If it's
Yeah.
low, it's going to sit in the rim.
Yeah, with a dual, it has a buddy
Because
that's
there's-
helping keep
yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't. The only person that's going to hit that with a hammer is somebody that doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. So that concludes our tires and our integrity of the trailer. So now let's check lights. So for lights, there's your camera here. I'm going to turn all these lights on. This is headlights. This is clearance lights. This is marker lights on the air cleaner. This is the bottom lights on the bunk. And right over here is the top lights on the bunk. So let me have a look. Oh, hang on a minute. I will put my left signal on as well. So now we're going to come up front here, and we're going to make sure that whatever works is going to work. Okay, so a visual, I like to stand dead center. Actually, just let me turn the key on. With that key on, you get air cleaner lights. With the key off, you don't. So I'll just turn the key on here. There should be our air cleaner lights should be on there. Because it's a Peterbilt, you want them lit up, right?
Oh, it looks silly just to have them there, not lit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, I've got
Headlight
headlights on.
on.
They look pretty bright. I've got marker lights beside the
Headlight.
headlights. I've got air cleaner lights. Both sides, they all look like they're working. I've got a nice row of cab lights up on top. Looks like they're all working. I've got a left signal. And I've got a cat that wants
Want to go with us.
Yeah. And we've got a signal there. We've got one there.
Front and back work.
Yeah.
And we've got lights on the top of the bunk and on the bottom of the bunk. That one light switch operates these bottom four. The other switch operates the top ones. And I don't know why they're on separate switches.
Separate
but
switch.
That's just the way Peterbilt wired it. So from here, I can see that all these lights,
It's
clearance
working.
lights, are on the side of the trailer, top and bottom. Have a look under this truck here. We've got signal lights, left signal. We've got clearance lights. We've got a signal light blinking right here. We've got a signal light blinking right here. Well, I thought you said all the lights are on. How come isn't this one on?
Yeah, this one just a minor, right?
That's an ABS light.
Oh, okay.
That's an ABS light. If you have ABS issues, that light will come on. It's not on, so
So
don't
just-
look like
no.
issues. Okay, so stand back to the visual here. We've got clearance on the top, we've got clearance on the bottom, and we've got a left signal. And let's check this license plate light. That's on. If you forget to check this license plate light, that's 2 points you're going to
Oh.
knock off of you.
So, yeah.
2 points. Okay, so that's on there.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to go up and we're going to walk down the other side. So while I'm walking down that other side, I want to check 3 things. See. I want to check 3 things when I'm walking down that other side. Just put your camera right here. Very first thing I want to check is the other signal, high beam, and I want to check my brake light. So I'm going to pull on my spike. Okay, so let's stand up front here and see what else we got going. Oh yes, we've got high beam. That's very bright. We've got a left signal. let's take a walk to the back and we'll see what we've got on this back end of the truck. Lots of lights on the clearance lights as well. And from here I can see all these lights are on. Marker lights on the bottom and on the top. On the back of the truck I can see I've got right signals, I've got clearance, and I have brake lights.
Okay.
There's a signal there. There's one there.
And then
I have a right signal and there's brake lights. Good, so all my lights are working other than I'm not too sure about the four-way flashers. So I'm going to go back up to the truck. I'm going to shut everything off, the spike first, all the lights, and then I'm going to turn my four-way flashers on. Just one more walk around and make sure my four-way flashers work the way that they should. Shut that off, go back there, shut that off, shut all those lights off, shut the key off. There's my four-way flashers. Okay, so let's come up here and check the four-ways. Yes, we've got four-ways flashing all over the place up here. Just one more walk around just to check to make sure. We've got four-ways flashing on the back of the truck. Got one there, one there. And we've got them flashing back here. And we've got them flashing up this side here. That concludes our light test. Good.
awesome.
There you go. So you can just watch those videos and watch them over and over and over.
Oh yeah,
again.
on my weekend, so I will just focus on this one.
And then when you
Have a
go
breakfast,
next
watch
drive,
a video.
Yeah,
Have a lunch, watch a video.
before sleep, watch a video.
you show it like that and you go to SGI and they'll say, hey, you went to high grade. That's the way Marv thinks.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'll shut the four-ways off. Okay, I showed you an